You're abusing me right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. You're abusing me now, Sergeant. Get off my trousers. You're putting your hands down my trousers, man. You just put your hands down my trousers.
Welcome to Legal Audit, where we expose misconduct, examine law enforcement conduct, defend liberties, and enforce responsibility. In this episode, Auditor Bear is departing a retail complex when he encounters a blade arch positioned squarely in his path. He elects to circumvent ETA legal choice and, that is where events unravel. Officers promptly obstruct his way, demanding he traverse the arch. When Bear steadily maintains his position and affirms his lack of obligation, their patience vanishes. They immediately escalate to detention and search, absent any suspicion, solely due to his non-compliance. This perfectly illustrates how defiance is misinterpreted as guilt, and why Bear correctly refers this matter directly to his legal representatives.
You need to go through this.
Nah, I don't. I ain't going through it, and you're obstructing my way. Yes, you are. This is a public footpath.
Why don't you want to go?
Because I don't want to go through it. Because it's not. I don't have to. It's not a legal requirement to go through it, bro.
What's the problem?
I don't want to go through it. That's why.
Okay. Well, obviously, refusing to go through the arch builds our suspicion, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Oi, listen. You think if I had something on me, yeah, I'm going to be stood here arguing with you? You're an idiot, mate. You're an idiot.
People do.
You're an absolute idiot.
Okay.
You're an idiot. I ain't going through it. Move out my way. You're in my way.
No.
You're in my way. I'll stand here all day then. I'll wait until you go.
Well, you can stand there all day.
Yeah. Does it make you feel big, does it? Powerful?
No, I'm just doing my job.
No, you're not doing your job, man. You're not doing your job.
Stuff like this is aimed to make the community safer, to prevent people from carrying knives and stuff like that. Alright?
Talk shit.
Okay.
You talk shit.
That's exactly what it's for.
You talk shit.
Okay.
Gonna move out my way, please, miss? No.
Like we said, it raises suspicions as to why you won't walk through it.
Because I don't get dictated to by you. That's why, yeah? No way, when I'm going about my day, am I being dictated to by you, or him, or him, or him, or her, or him.
A blade arch does not instantly transform a public walkway into a mandatory checkpoint. Bear's decision to bypass it is not avoidance. It is an assertion of his freedom to traverse public space. The instant the officer states that bypassing it raises our suspicion, he reveals the flaw. Suspicion should not be manufactured by refusal. It must pre-exist founded on conduct, not triggered because an individual declines a voluntary procedure. The community safety rationale is the classic diversion. Community safety does not mandate blanket obedience or automatic acquiescence. If it did, officers could demand anything and brand any refusal as inherently suspect.
No, I can't. Oh, right, so if you really think there's suspicion, so if I turn and say I'm walking the other way now, you're not going to search me, no?
Don't be criminal officers.
You contradict yourselves, man. You contradict yourselves.
You're going to be saying for purpose of search under section 1 of PACE, alright?
You're searching me?
Yeah, I'm going to search you.
Wow, get your hands off
You've been
me.
aggressive and shouted at me, so I'm going to put you in cuffs for my safety for now.
Are you mad?
Safety, alright?
Are you mad?
Just give me your hand, please.
What the f*** is wrong with you?
Careful your wrist, alright?
Oi, I'm recording you, you
fine.
silly
Recording? Right. Obviously, you've avoided a knife arch, didn't you?
Well, there's no need to handcuff me like this. I've been stood here how long?
You've avoided the knife arch, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I just don't want to come through it. I just don't want to go through it.
That's perfectly fine. What I'm looking for is any privacy articles, ma'am, so bladed articles, knives.
Do not touch my...
Less of that, alright, mate?
Don't touch my... man.
This is what the officer's telling you.
Listen, bro, it's not a legal requirement. You're going to be hearing from my
I'm
solicitor.
PC Edwards, 28212, the collar number.
You're going to be hearing from my solicitor.
He claims the handcuffs are due to Bear being aggressive and loud, but a raised voice is not a threat. Restraints are not for calming annoyance or penalizing frustration. They are to prevent escape or injury. Bear is not attempting to flee, menacing anyone, or making motions that warrant restraint. Then he shifts rationale to justify the search, alleging it is because Bear evaded the arch. That is more problematic. Avoiding a voluntary arch does not indicate weapon possession. It indicates knowledge of one's rights. Section 1 PACE requires suspicion. An individual is carrying a prohibited item, not suspicion invented because they disobeyed an instruction.
What are you doing, man? Pulling my pants down. You're pulling my pants down, man.
Put your pants, stop shouting.
He just pulled my trousers down.
You're searching your pockets, your outer pockets, okay? Don't shout. You're in a public place. And stop being abusive towards the officer.
You're abusing me right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. You're abusing me now, Sergeant.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he's not.
Look, you ain't going to find nothing, mate, because I'm not carrying anything. You're putting your hands down my trousers, man. You just put your hands down my trousers. Yes, he did. Just put his hands down my trousers. Yes, he did. Was that really worth it?
Told you what you've been saying.
Nah, you knew, man. If I had something on me, I'm not going to be stood here arguing with a copper, am I? So I don't have to walk through it now, do I?
No, you've been searching.
Muppet. Nah, do I? shit.
Don't want a copy of the search?
Actually, yeah, I do. Gonna need it for my solicitor, ain't I?
No problem.
You'll take your details and you're entitled to a copy of that.
Nah, you don't need my details for a search. That's untrue.
The constable's conduct is poor, but the sergeant's is more egregious. A senior officer should act as a safeguard, identifying weak grounds and intervening before authority is misapplied. Any sergeant with fundamental knowledge of stop and search protocol understands you cannot convert voluntary cooperation into compulsory suspicion. The search yields precisely what the law anticipated: nothing. No blade, no illicit items, no retroactive justification. That outcome is not misfortune. It is proof the grounds were absent from the beginning. When superiors endorse searches founded on refusal rather than evidence, they fail not just one individual, they institutionalize unlawful detentions.
My details for a search.
So
I like the way you try, though. I like the way you try. It's good, isn't it?
Listen to me. I'm white British. How would you identify yourself as? I'll put not stated down here, alright? It's optional. I know it's optional. Are you going to give your name and date of birth? No? Okay.
You know people don't have to go through here. And then to use Section 1 as pace as your reasonable suspicion is abuse of powers, man. It's abuse of Section 1 of pace, and you know it. You know it as a sergeant. I hope you do as a sergeant anyway. And then my solicitor's going to know this, and you're going to be hearing from them.
If you could just move out the way.
Don't tell me where to stand. It's a public. Is this now a private space? I don't care. You're in everyone's way. You're in everyone's way.
Watch out for this man trying to get
Have I got eyes in the back of my head? Would you usually be here telling me to watch everyone behind me? Don't tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do, man. Read this.
Hello.
This is where you messed up today. In general, police cannot compel individuals to walk through a metal detector in a public place.
Okay.
The act of walking through a metal detector is considered a voluntary, and there is no legal basis.
Read the rest.
No legal
Read the rest,
basis for demanding it. However, if
Read
the
the
police officer has reasonable suspicion or probable cause to believe a person is carrying a prohibited item, you didn't think I was.
So read the rest then. Carry on reading. I hope your glasses get this, because you're just proving my point right, okay?
How am I
So
proving
have a
yours
good day.
right?
Because exactly what I said
How
to you
am I
is exactly
proving
what
your... No, it doesn't.
Exactly
No,
what
it
I said,
doesn't.
tried to say to you in there is exactly...
Indeed, if officers possess genuine suspicion someone carries a prohibited item, they may exercise their powers. But that does not salvage this situation, because the core issue is the suspicion's origin. The officer treats the refusal to walk through the arch as the suspicion itself. Voluntary screening cannot become a trap where defiance generates the very grounds to force a search. Worse, the provision he cites does not grant police the authority to compel anyone through a metal detector. It refers to employing existing lawful search powers when legitimate grounds already exist. Here, there were no independent grounds, no intelligence, no matching description, no visible bulge, no behavior implying concealment, nothing, merely a man exercising a lawful option. That is an acknowledgement the blade arch was optional and avoidable. If officers themselves provide an alternative route, they cannot then deem the selection of that route suspicious. You cannot grant permission and then criminalize the very action you permitted. This contradiction lays bare the power abuse. Suspicion must exist independent of police direction. It cannot be fabricated by reversing position after someone accepts a lawful alternative. Once an officer confirms bypassing is permissible, any subsequent claim that avoidance aroused suspicion collapses. At that moment, the detention and search lack behavioral basis. They are rooted in bruised authority.
I said I can't force you to go through, but if you don't go
It's
through,
not a legal right.
It raises my suspicion.
No, it doesn't
Believe
raise
you
your
may be carrying
suspicion.
something you
So
shouldn't
you know where else you've messed up. You know your female colleague.
Yep.
She told me if I didn't want to walk through it, that to walk round. So if you really believed,
Okay, well,
you,
can't-
no,
can't-
but you're all
can't-
stood there together in the same operation.
wasn't stood with my colleague.
Yes,
We
you
said
were.
that.
You were
When
all
she-
stood there.
when-
The video's going to show it,
when she
mate.
said that.
When I send
When
this
she-
to the solicitor, it's going to show it. Yeah. So you have searched me under Section 1 of PACE and abused your powers
Not at
today.
all.
Yes, you
You've
have.
just read it and proved I
Yes,
haven't.
you have.
You've just
Yes,
read
you
it and
have.
proved that I haven't abused my powers.
No, you
And I was
have. It says it there.
recording
None of your business with this recording. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right here or
okay.
you are, and I guarantee my solicitor ties you
That's
up in
no
knots.
problem. That's no problem.
Guaranteed.
You're well in your right to do it.
Guaranteed. And then I've just literally showed you that you've got no right to do it there without reasonable suspicion.
You showed him, and he's proved.
No, he ain't shown me nothing. He ain't showed me nothing. He just told me what he thinks.
No, I told you what it
I've
said
just
there.
told you. No, I've just told you. I've just read it out to you. So
Yeah,
don't make
you've read
out.
it out,
I've just
you've
read it out
proved
to
me
you.
right, that's all.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
We're going to argue
You can
all day,
agree to
mate.
disagree,
So,
can't you? At
there's
the
no
end of the
point.
day, you take it to your solicitor, and that's it, isn't it? We don't need to go round and round this same circle.
Make sure you're not touching nobody else's today or anybody else's.
I'm going to stand here. Can I ask? We're all in a public place. If you keep your voice down, don't get shouted.
What?
Because we're all in
Is there a law about how loud I
pub-
speak?
public order.
What about how loud I speak?
Just keep calm for me. I'll happily chat with you as long as you stay calm.
Go on, you want to mess up again and go and arrest me for a public order?
As long as we're not shouting.
Where's your
we'll stay
complainant?
calm.
Has someone come up and complained about my conduct?
We'll be fine.
Has anyone come up to you and complained about my conduct? Have you got a complainant? Didn't think so.
Bear requires no self-justification. The circumstances justify him. A stop based on circumventing a blade arch. Cuffs rationalized by demeanor. A search, approved by a sergeant, that finds nothing. Forces do not defend such acts. They manage the fallout. This is the type of incident that concludes not with a street-side apology, but weeks later with legal involvement and a settlement. Reviewing the episode in full, the failure is clear. Officers attempted to control movement on a public path, offered a choice, then penalized Bear for selecting it. When that failed, they intensified restraints for perceived aggression. A search justified by avoidance, and a supervising sergeant who contested none of it. Each step was reactive not to risk or intelligence, but to non-compliance. The fruitless search was not an unlucky result. It verified that nothing in this interaction was ever evidence-based. Linking this to knife crime reveals the method's emptiness. Stationing metal detectors in public spaces and coercing lawful citizens through them does not curb violence. It manufactures an illusion of action while overlooking actual offenders. Genuine prevention is targeted, specific and evidence-led, not constructed on transforming ordinary movement into an obedience test. If forces desire safer communities, they must cease equating visibility with efficacy, because this model of policing erodes trust while preventing no harm. That concludes today's analysis. If you found this episode valuable, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is essential for continuing this independent oversight. Share your perspective below. Thank you for watching. This was Legal Audit. I will see you in the next session.